This will be the final segment in this series that I've been doing the last couple of weeks on small group leadership, attending, participating in a small group. I think there's 10 or 11 of them, and you're welcome to watch all of them as many times as you want. I am going to leave the link here to a 1 hour presentation that I did on small group leadership that has all of these points in it. I want you to have that link. It's going to drop in a few weeks, I think, on our website, but it's live now and you can watch the entire 1 hour episode. Now, it is everything that I've said here in this 10, 11 part series. But the reason I'm sharing that with you is that I want you to share it with your leadership, with your pastor, let them know, and also let them know that this is some of the stuff that we talk about as leaders over coffee, because I want more people to come into Leaders Over Coffee to see the benefit of it. And so please let other people know about what's going on here at this membership level, particularly with the daily messages, but also in questions that you can ask in the forums, the monthly meeting as well that we have. And so let people know about Leaders Over Coffee. But if you want to share this series with them, just use the link that is in this particular daily message and let these pastors know, leaders, small group leaders. It'll be excellent for a small group leader to watch the 1 hour episode that you see linked here. This last one, I want to state something that is totally obvious to you, and that is total depravity. Everybody is messed up. Everybody in the room is messed up. Everybody that attends this small group. Now, it's kind of like a secret because we don't want to let other people know that we are messed up, but you already know it. Everybody walking into the room that night for small group meeting is a messed up person, including you, including me. We are not totally sanctified. That's not going to happen until we make our way to the celestial city. And so what we want to do is we want to be discerning with everyone in the room. I always like to make a distinction between being discerning and being suspicious. Being discerning and not being cynical or uncharitable about how we think about other people. Not thinking about someone, well, that is wrong. And so that's a ditch we want to stay out of. In my content about being intentionally intrusive with each other, I gave 3 points, and one of those points was we want to consider how to stir one another up. The points were consider, confront, and comfort in that series that I did on being intentionally intrusive. Well, we want to consider the people in the room. And one of the considerations that we make about everybody in the room is that everybody in the room is messed up. And so we want to be continuously assessing each member in the group while creating a relational bridge that will build trust, a trust that will compel them to reveal their messed upness because they trust you and they believe that you have the competency to help them. You remember in an earlier daily message, I talked about the 2 questions that every attendee is asking. They may not articulate it this way, but they're asking, hey, if this is a sanctification group, you want to talk about what's going on in my life? Can I trust you? Can I trust you with my messed upness? Can I trust you with my total depravity? And beyond that, not only trusting you, but do you have any game? Do you have any discipleship chops? Are you able to help me? Why should I spill my stuff out to you? 1, if I can't trust you, I trust I can. But 2, if you can't help me, if you don't have the competency to be able to help me. And so we want to create that environment of grace that has a relational bridge instilled inside of that environment. And they come across that relational bridge so that they can reveal their messed upness with you. Every time that you meet someone, a new person, it doesn't matter where, but whenever you meet someone you've never met before, it's important to know that that person is messed up, that they are not entirely sanctified. There is something wrong with them. That's how I think about people that I interact with. And again, that's not a suspicious, cynical, judgmental, self-righteous assessment. No, it's not that at all. It is a redemptive evaluation. It's understanding the doctrine of anthropology and how the doctrine of anthropology intersects with the doctrine of hermeneology, the doctrine of sin. As sin intersects with our humanity, it means that we're all messed up. We don't have this utopian view of people or believing in the inherent goodness of humanity. We understand that people are totally depraved. We are totally depraved. There are things that are wrong with us. There are things that have happened to us that have created shaping influences that dominate our lives. There are things that are part of our personality and our quirks, and there are sins that we have committed. All of these things together work together to form a messed up individual. And so when you meet someone, you instinctively know that, but again, you're thinking these thoughts through a presuppositional redemptive lens, not a critical self-righteous lens, because you're thinking missionally. You're thinking how to help them. How can I be Jesus to this person? And if you think that they are perfect, if you think that they have no problems, well, then you're starting from the wrong point of departure. And by the way, that will be a setup for disappointment. Our disappointment in people is proportionate to our understanding of anthropology and hermeneology. If we don't have a sound understanding of humanity and the doctrine of sin, well, then our disappointment is going to be off the chart. Why did you do that? I can't believe you did something like that. No, we understand that people are messed up. Therefore, messed up people do messed up things. And so in a small group, we come with this redemptive reality so that we can be Jesus with them. Now, we will not know what their messed upness looks like because everybody in the room will have a different shade of messed upness. And so all we want to do is to water and plant, water and plant, water and plant. And then as time goes along, and I talked about these various contexts in which we meet with people, the corporate meeting, the small group meeting, couples meetings, guy to guy, gal to gal, as we meet in these different communication contexts over a period of time, give it a year, then people will start to trust you and recognize that you have a competency to be able to help them. And then there will be the big reveal at some point in time. And people will do this in stages, incrementally. Everybody won't be chomping at the bits to do this. Some will be more self-disclosing earlier, then others will take a longer time to do it. So we want to be patient with them all, as Paul would say in 1 Thessalonians 5:14. But the big idea here is everybody's messed up, including the small group leader. And so we come together as a humble group of people seeking to be redemptive in each other's lives.